Happy Virtual Wednesday! Today we are going to be talking about synthetic division. It'll give us the same type of answers as yesterday, except a little faster, not quite so messy. Alright, so if you've never done it, that's okay. I'm going to go through about 3 examples in this video today. Alright, first one, let's go through the steps on what to do. Alright, first off, we need this binomial divisor in the shape or form of x minus a. And the fact that there's a minus in there is essentially important, and you're going to see as we go through. Alright, so we got that. We got this binomial divisor in the form x minus a. Alright, step 2. We're going to place the a number, and again, the minus sign is already there, so in this case, our a number is a 3. We're going to place it on the outside. Alright, then we want to go back and place the coefficients from the main term on the inside. So this needs to be in standard form. If there are any missing spots, we will use a placeholder of a 0, and we'll see that on the second example. So my coefficient on the first number there, the x squared, is a 1. My coefficient on the second term, the x third, is a 1. The x squared term has a coefficient negative 2. The x term has a coefficient of 6. And the constant term is negative 6. So I've listed those coefficients. All right. Step 3. I want to drop down the first coefficient. That looks like a weird letter T. First. Not first. First coefficient. So this first one here drops down. All right. Then I'm going to multiply it by a. So this number on the outside is now going to multiply with that 1. 3 times 1 is 3, and I place it in the next column. Step 4. Add this column, and then multiply by a again. So I add the column. Negative 2 plus 3 makes 1. Now I'm going to multiply that times a. So 3 times 1 is 3, and it goes in the next column. Now I add that column. 6 plus 3 is 9. All right. Now multiply by 3. 3 times 9 makes 27. Add this column. Negative 6 and 27 makes 21. There's no more columns. So that last column is the remainder. So now how do I write that answer? All right. So to write the answer, I am simply going to go back now and use, again, this last number there, that 21, that's my remainder. I'm going to work this backwards. So 21 over the original divisor, x minus 3. Now to the right of that number, the 9 here, that is our constant number. So that would be, working backwards, that 21 was positive. That 9 was also positive. Now as I work backwards, my exponent should get higher. This number will have an x to the first power, and it's positive, so plus 1x to the first power. That 9 was positive. And then again, this last one on the left, my power should be going up by 1, so that's my x squared term, so 1x squared. There's my answer. Again, it's a little clunky at first. It's awkward. Some of you have never done this before, but it's faster than what we did yesterday. The long division is kind of slow. So let's see if we can go a little faster on the next one and see if we can make some more sense of this. All right, so I got x squared minus 9 divided by x plus 3. Now this is what needs to be in that proper format. That needs to be in the x minus a format. Now since that's a positive 3, what that means is that my a number is actually negative 3. So it's the opposite of what I see. All right, now on the inside, as I want it, that's the first one, but I want it in standard form. Starts with x squared, that's the highest exponent. Whoops, I want the coefficient, not the number or the letter. So I want the 1. Now the next term should be x to the first power, but it's not there. So that's where I use the place value of 0. So essentially that is x squared plus 0x minus 9. Now normally we just don't write that. But again, it's not like it's not there. And then that constant term is negative 9. All right, so let's walk through the steps. Step 1, bring down this first number here, 1. Times it by that big negative 3 out front. Negative 3 times 1 makes negative 3. All right, now let's add this next column. 0 plus negative 3 makes negative 3. Now multiply. Negative 3 times negative 3 is positive 9. Add this column. Makes 0. That last column's my remainder, and I don't have a remainder in this one. So as I work backwards again, this term here is my constant term. So my answer is going to end with a minus 3. This term here should be my x to the first power term. And that's 1, so just 1x. There's my answer. Well, let's try one more. Like I said, with practice, this becomes a little bit easier. Just a process, and you're going to kind of figure it out. All right, so start off with our dividing by. We're dividing by x minus 9. That's in that x minus a format. And my a number would be the 9. And remember, that's always the opposite of what it looks like because there's a minus in the formula. So again, x minus a, and the a is the 9. Right now on the inside, I want to put in my standard form my coefficient. So the x squared here is the largest term, coefficient 1. Next largest term is plain x to the first power, and we have 1 this time. No placeholder needed. We'll use the negative 4. Then is my constant term, negative 45. All right, now let's start the process. First step is going to bring down this 1. Now multiply it by 9. 9 times 1 makes 9. Now add the next column. Negative 4 plus 9 would make positive 5. Multiply. 9 times 5 is positive 45. Last column is going to be our remainder, and 45 and negative 45 makes 0, so luckily we don't have a remainder. Now back to my answer. As I work from right to left, that's my constant term. It's positive, so it's going to end in a positive 5. As I go to the left, this is my x to the first power term. It's 1x, or just x. All right. This is what today's work looks like. You know how to get a hold of me if you're still struggling a little bit. Get me on the Zoom, send me an email, even if it's outside of class time. I'm there. It's not like I'm not at school today. Just, again, I prefer you do it during the class time, but if you're doing this at a different time of the day and you need my help, just send me an email or call me in the classroom. I'll be there. All right, good luck today.